Comey and Mcabe blocked the arrest of key witness on Wasserman Schultz case and allowed her to escape. Alvi Awan, the wife of Imran Awan, was suspected of helping swindle $283,000 from banks and was busted carrying over $12,400 in undocumented cash when the FBI caught up with her at Dulles International Airport in March. But incredibly, Awan, the IT specialist and con man employed by Democratic Representative Debbie Wasserman Schultz, who was arrested last week for bank fraud, was never detained or forced to stay in the United States. Her arrest, in fact, was blocked by then FBI Director James Comey and then Deputy Director Andrew McCabe, FBI sources said. So federal agents and Capitol Police watched as the former Democratic congressional aide and suspected bank fraudster stepped onto Qatar Airlines Flight 708 to Doha, Qatar, on her way to Lahore, Pakistan, with her 3 daughters, bulging luggage, and $12,400 in undocumented cash, a federal crime in itself. Awan had essentially been given a license to disappear from the clutches of U.S. law enforcement, never likely to return to the United States. She was in the wind courtesy of the FBI. This was a call from the top Comey and Mcabe. A well-placed FBI agent said anyone else would have been held, and with that cash she didn't declare, she could have been locked up. The agent said Dulles wanted to hold her, but they were told to stand down. Oh my. Comey has since been fired, and McCabe currently is acting FBI director until the new FBI director is sworn in, which he was. The lead FBI case at Dulles was Brandon Merriman, who has been on the job for little more than a year and was investigating Imran and Alvi Awan's bank schemes. FBI sources said he did not have the political juice to plead for Awan's arrest, and as an agent there is little he could have done to keep Awan in the States since his bosses decided to put her in the wind. Merriman also put together the arrest warrant for Imran Awan in July. A portion of that warrant is included below, where the FBI agent acknowledged he knew that when Alvi Awan stepped onto the flight, she would never return to the United States. So why then did the FBI put her in the wind? If the FBI wanted to explore and build a criminal case against Wasserman Schultz, the former DNC chairwoman and Clinton consigliere, and even firm up the case against Imran Awan, holding leverage over Alvi and Imran Awan, would make more than a good sense. So the release of Alvi back to Pakistan, essentially a U.S. law enforcement no-go zone, speaks volumes about the FBI brass wanting to protect Wasserman Schultz and essentially her longtime mentor, Hillary Clinton. When you have a guy's wife locked up and you're looking at the husband, you have leverage to get him to cooperate, an FBI insider said. This is really great leverage, and it wasn't even put into play. You wonder why, right? If this was simply a bank fraud case, Alvi Awan would still be in the United States and her husband would have been locked up long before July. FBI sources said they had sufficient evidence of bank fraud in December of 2016, yet no arrest warrants were filed until July. There is little doubt the Awans were being protected by FBI bosses, federal law enforcement sources said. For instance, it is a felony to export more than $10,000 from the United States, absent filing a currency transportation report. FBI sources said Alvia Wan did not file the report, yet she was allowed to leave the country anyway. And with the cash and the FBI's explicit knowledge, she defrauded at least 2 financial institutions. As a sidebar, Alvia Wan would also have served as a key witness in the emerging case building against Wasserman Schultz, the DNC, and what role Hillary Clinton played into the emerging labyrinth of Wan-related security breaches. Below, FBI agent Brandon Merriman admits in an arrest warrant filed for her husband in July that when the Bureau allowed Alvia Wan to walk away, they would never see her again in the United States. In September 2017, based on your affiant's observations at Dulles Airport and upon his experience and training, your affidavit does not believe that Alvia has any intentions to return to the United States. There you go. There you go. Wan has purchased a flight on Qatar Airlines, Flight 708, departing from Dulles International Airport on July 24th to Qatar and then to Pakistan. He has purchased a return flight for a date in January of 18. I think he just purchased that to show like he was coming back. I don't think he would have probably come back. For the foregoing reason, your affidavit submits there is probable cause to believe that Wan and his wife Alvia engaged in a scheme to defraud CFCU by obtaining a HELOC loan based on 2 material misrepresentations made to CFCU, a financial institution. This is all saying about property and money, you know. That's not the real issue right here. But they were told to stand down, and you see McCabe and also Comey let this guy go. They were sticking up for Hillary Clinton and Debbie Wasserman Schultz. The corruption runs very deep, guys. It really does. And it's frightening at this point because we don't have anywhere to turn at this point. You know, our leaders are corrupt to the core here. People we rely on to protect the United States are actually all compromised. This is